Hello, everyone, Paul here. Today I'm going to be going over a strategy, and I think I've talked about this a couple times, but I just want to kind of talk about it again. I'm going to be talking about it with futures, stock market, options trading, and also Forex. So I'm going to be going over all three of those in the next couple days, and then I'm going to return back into going into individual stocks and looking at them. But today, I kind of want to go over the formula for futures, and this is for crypto. Uh, I use this strategy. Basically, you can do it two different ways. Actually, you can do it three different ways. You can do it where you're trading with USD, where you're just going in different cryptos, and just going in whatever the crypto's doing. You can make profit, and you get paid based in USD. But I don't do that. You can if you want to, but I use this strategy to increase my bag in certain cryptos. So I personally have Shiba Inu, Bitcoin, and XRP. Those are the ones I have in my futures, and the goal of that is to increase the crypto of those cryptos, decrease the amount I have in those cryptos, and to use futures for that. So I basically want to show you the strategy that I use on a daily basis, and I am going to show you that the strategy does work pretty well. It's the strategy I've talked about in the last couple videos because I see that it works really well, and that's what I just want. You can use this different ways, but the only way you can use this as a kind of a passive income tool, or you can use it to grow your crypto bags. If you want to use this strategy, to make like $100 a day, let's take XRP for example. Right now, XRP is around 50 cents. If you want to make $100 a day, you need a goal. You need to have a goal, either a daily goal or a weekly goal. A daily goal, you would have to have about 200 XRP to make $100 a day. And for the week, you would just have to times that by 7. So that's how you would make like passive, $100 a day doing this strategy. But I'm really going to show you just how to use this strategy just to increase your crypto bags. But it works both ways, whichever ones you guys want to do. So I'm going to walk you guys through the formula. And before I begin, though, I'm going to show you kind of the results I've had by using this strategy that I'm going to teach you. I have taught it before, but I am going to show you that the strategy does work pretty well. It is a get in and get out kind of strategy. Yeah, I suppose you could hold for longer periods of time, but I use this strategy just to find the moments and get in and get out, and just increase your crypto bags slowly but surely. So let me show you the proof, and then I'll walk you guys through the formula. Okay, so like I said, I do my futures with Shiba, Bitcoin, and XRP. So if we look right here, we'll see that I had a 19% gain on a Shiba trade here. Let's see, let's show that in numbers. Total profit, I made 40,000 Shiba there on that trade. And then I did it another time, and I made a little 5,000 Shiba. And then we also have Bitcoin. I do this for Bitcoin too. I made just a little bit of Bitcoin there, adding up the bags. And my main one here is the XRP. So I made 21 XRP there, 9 there, 25 there. So it all adds up over time. Like I said, you're just getting in and out and add it to your bag. So those are the ones I'm doing: XRP, Shiba, and Bitcoin as far as my future trades go. So the strategy does work. You have to go. For me, I'd go in and out. But let me walk you guys through the formula and get rid of this mess. Let's start with. Well, let's just start. I'm going to show you XRP. I'll show you the formula that it works for both. So let's just see right here where XRP is going. So the formula is what you only need with your like I've said in the previous videos, moving averages need to be 5 and 8. And I do something called the 3 smooth moving averages. It condenses everything into one indicator, so it's less cluttery, especially if you're doing it on your phone. And then you'll see it right here. And then RSI, and that's really all you need for the strategy. I also have the, let's see, what is this? I also have the vertical line, which is a very powerful tool to have. So basically, what I do is first thing I do when dealing with crypto, I look at everything on the day. And what we could tell from, let's get rid of these lines. What we could tell here is what is XRP currently doing on the day? What direction is it going? It's going down. So then, once I know the overall direction that it's going, I use that as an indication of which one to do for the day. So I am not going to go against the trend. I am going to focus on the pattern of it when it's going down. So that's what I focus on for the rest of the day, unless it does this power move. But so we know that the direction of XRP is going down, even though that it shows a little bit of green. Overall, for the day, it is going down. And we can see it moving down right now. So we go back to the hour here, and I do not use the smaller time frames for the strategy. I will use the smaller time frames for the Forex market, but this isn't Forex, so we don't have to. It's not fast. It's not as fast as Forex, so we don't have to worry about the smaller time frames. We're going to worry on the hour. I do it on the hour. The lowest time frame that I would do is probably the 15-minute. So what I do here is I look at the RSI, and I take note of what direction it's going for the day, and then I'll look at the RSI and I'll wait for the moment for it to cross, which is right here. If you look at the RSI, I will come in here and I will draw a vertical line where it crosses on the RSI. So this is the point. Now this is not. The RSI is crossing up right here. So what we saw from the day is that the overall trend is going down. So this wouldn't be a trade. I would be waiting. I personally, I would be waiting for it to cross down right here. And that's when I would get in. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to just show you what I'm talking about here. So we waited for it to cross. We saw the overall trend, but I'm just going to show you guys. Because we have those moving averages there, the 5 and the 8, what we want to check is that the moving averages are close to going in that same direction. So this would not be a trade that I personally would take because overall it is going down. The overall XRP is going down right now. So this right here would be going against the trend. But I'm just going to use it as an example. But if you're doing this on your own, go with the trend. So the RSI, I would come in right here at this point and I would look at the moving averages and see if the moving averages of the 5 and 8 are going in the same direction. So what you want the RSI and the moving averages to both be headed towards the same direction. You do not want your RSI and the moving average to be opposite of each other. They have to be pretty close to the direction that you're going. So I'm personally looking for a direction down, but in this scenario it's going up. So we see the RSI is going up. So what we will look for is what we want to ask ourselves: are the moving averages headed in that direction? So the RSI is going up and the moving averages are going up. So this would be a trade that I would take if XRP was going in that direction. It's for the day, it's not currently going in that direction. But let's just look for another example here. So what we see right here, we don't do the moment that the lines cross. We do the moments that the RSI crosses, which is right here. So you want to make note and you want to make lines of every time the RSI is crossing. So right here we see that the RSI crosses down right here. Now remember I said in the beginning of the video we were just doing this to make quick scalps. So right here or down here you see that the RSI is crossing down. This would be a trade that I would take. Because at this point for the day, the trend is probably still going down. But what I would personally do is I'd come in here right at the moment when the RSI crosses. And the thing that I check is I look at the trend of the moving averages. The moving averages have to match the trend of the RSI. If they're not matching, it's not a good trade. You might end up in a bad situation with your trade. The moving averages have to match the RSI, the direction of the RSI. So we go in right here. This would be a trade. I personally would just get in and out. I wouldn't probably even hold it this long. I'd probably just do it for a little bit and take profit. And I probably wouldn't hold the whole time. Maybe 30 minutes, 15 minutes. Get in and get out. It's like I said at the beginning of this video. So let's just look at a couple other examples here. So we look at our we look at the RSI and it's crossing right here. So I would draw a vertical line right here. This is where it crosses, right about there. So right there. So what we want to look for is we want to look at the RSI. What direction is it going? It's going down. What direction is the moving average going? What direction is the moving average going? It is going down, so they match. The moving average is going down and the RSI is going down. So this is a good trade in my opinion. So what I would do in my futures trade, and we also see it also crossing right there too. So I would get in with my future trade and I just ride this out for just a little bit. Get in and get out. And that's how you make profit. So we'll do this a couple more times and show you how effective this is. So right here we see the RSI crossing up. So I would draw my vertical line right here. Or here. Just do it here. Okay, so what we want to look for, and once we draw our line, we want to ask ourselves, is the moving averages matching what the RSI is doing? So we come in here, and I would write it out for, and you basically can follow. You basically can follow the RSI, and it will lead you towards, you just want to make sure your RSI is not crossing back down through the moving averages on the RSI. You just want to make sure that it's not like a quick bounce up and down. That's the only thing you really need to check for. But this whole thing would be a good scalp. I'm gonna do this. I'll do this 2 more times for you guys to get the general idea. So this is how you slowly and surely just add to your bags on futures. Okay, so we see right here on the RSI that it's crossing down. So I would draw my vertical line where it crosses right there. And then we want to look at the moving averages and see if the moving averages is headed in the same direction that the RSI is going. So that indicates to me that it's going to go in that direction. So I basically get in here and I write it out and I look at the RSI, and this whole thing here would be profit. Okay, I'm going to do this one more time. And I think you guys get the general idea. Okay. I'll use both of these as an example because there's a big one and a small one here. but I'll use it for an example. Okay, so right here at the top of the RSI, we see it crossing down. Okay, so we get our vertical line here. We see that the RSI is crossing through, so this is where we make our mark. And let's also make the mark where it crosses again, which is right here. Let's make another vertical line right here. Okay, so we'll check both of these. Okay, so after we made our mark, our vertical line, we want to make sure that the moving averages is pretty close to doing what the RSI is doing. So it doesn't show for a couple hours, but it does end up crossing. So that is a good signal. So I would write this out. I would look at the RSI while I'm in my trade, and that right there would be profit. Now this one right here is a very small win right here, but it still does work. You are going to find those moments where it is a small, very small scalp. So we get in right here, we look at the RSI. I personally, I wouldn't take this trade because look at it. It doesn't fit the example of what I've been talking about in this video. We see the RSI, it pushed through, but if we look at the trend, we notice that it is in a. So we look at the RSI is going up, but if we look at the moving averages, it's down. So this, to me, wouldn't be a trade to take because they don't match. You only want to do the trade when both the RSI and the moving averages match. That both of them match the same direction. So anyway, that's kind of the formula that I do for this strategy. I find that this works very well, and it works very well for future trades. So this is a good strategy to do with futures. It will work in a bear market. It'll work in a bull market. And especially when the market does start going back up, you can really add to your bag with when we start entering into the bull market. But this will help increase your bags, depending on what you want to do. If you just want to make passive income in crypto, or if you want to just add more to your bags, this works both ways. You guys just mess around with your own numbers. But anyway, I find this works extremely well. I am going to be talking about this strategy and how it works for the next couple days. I'm going to be going into the options trading. And then I'm going to be going into Forex. And then after that, I'm going to be talking more about some dividend stocks to get into. But other than that, if you guys like this video, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you guys in future videos.